Alright, today we're having a look at Thanks, I Hate It by Chromic Oxide. Alright, so here we are in Thanks, I Hate It by Chromic Oxide, and it's kind of a wide-awake nightmare, so if anybody's got eye issues, I think that maybe you might want to not watch this one. We've got to get our eye into the eye sockets. Oh, jeez, that's a thing. Okay, that's definitely a thing. We've got to get our eye into these eye sockets, and there's a bonus for picking up 6 eye drops. Oh god, it's on fire down there. I can't really angle the camera well enough to see it. Ooh, there does seem to be an eyeball down there, so perhaps there's an eye socket as well to play with. Don't really have a lot of direction. Oh, yay! It said yay. I'm just reading what's there. Don't really have a whole lot of direction, but that's not such a bad thing. We can kind of explore around. We're rolling our eyeball around with the left stick. We can jump with the right. No, we can't jump with the right. We can jump with the X button. And is there, like, anything up here? I wonder? Can we... Nope. Don't seem to be anything up there. We already went in here. We got the eye drops. So let's, gosh, I mean, like, where do we go exactly? I guess we kind of drop down, but is that a tongue or an ear? I don't know. I'm not falling, which is weird because it seems like I ought to be falling. Oh gosh, teeth. Teeth. There is a face. The face is screaming, which I would assume means that it needs an eye in its eye socket. We're gonna try to get it over there. Oh yay, we got an eyedropper. What happened? Where am I? I'm very close to this eyeball. I can't see how to get out. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. This is awful. I mean the level's not awful, but it shouldn't have a break like this, and it's very disorienting. And I don't know how to get out. Okay, let's restart the level. Get back over there. Exit the creation. We're gonna play it again. And we've lost our eyes. Great. So we're gonna have to do all that over again. I don't know, like, how I got stuck there. I'm gonna have to go back at the video and take a look at it, because I don't want to attempt to replicate it right now. You can just see the eye growing out, and it's a thing. Okay, we're not gonna get the eyedroppers. Hopefully that's not too big a deal. Oh my gosh, we're gonna fall. I don't really get the physics here as to... That's really far too many teeth. Why am I not jumping? I mean, you've got... Sir, you have a lot of teeth. You also have 2 eyes, so I don't need you. You are unnecessary to me. You're surplus to needs. Unlock with 2 eyeballs. No, I mean, like, how do I get into there? I guess, like, I kind of wanna go up here, maybe? But the cloud is blocking my view. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh dear. There's an eye. I'm on fire, but I'm not on fire, and I'm not falling off the edge of the world. So gravity, I guess gravity is not a thing. There's a big eyeball. I mean, why wouldn't there be a big eyeball? How do I go? Okay, you're a balloon. The camera is wonky as heck. Enjoy your relaxing hot air balloon. Okay. Yes, I mean, sure, I guess. I'm as confused as I imagine that you may be. Can I get out of this? I don't want to be here anymore. It's shaking too much. It's making me feel a wee bit ill. I'm chillin', never illin', like a villain. Yay! Okay, there's another head there. Does that head need an eye? I don't know. Yes, it does. Come here, head. I'm right. I'm giving you an eye. Yay! Eh? You did not. Your eye didn't grow. You win. Head to the exit or collect 6 eyedroppers for a surprise. But there was a door. And the door opened with... What is going on? We've got only 14 seconds. That's not great. We're gonna have to talk about this back at the hub, I think, but we'll see you there. See yas! And we're back, and thanks, I Hate It by Chromatic Oxide, and I would say it's a stronger orange diamond, but I do still think it is an orange diamond. It's an interesting level. It's a weird level. If you have ometophobia, it's perhaps not the level for you. Ometophobia is the fear of eyeballs, and clearly there are a lot of eyeballs in this level. You yourself are an eyeball with the little dangling bit of nerve tissue and muscle tissue that's hanging off you. I really liked that character model. It's an unusual character model, to be sure, but I did like it. I like the way that the little nerves there flopped around when you're moving, and I thought that was a cool bit of simple animation, or I assume it to be simple animation. It may be actually very quite difficult animation. As far as the gameplay, it's a relatively simple level. You've only got your movement, and you kind of roll around on the ground as the eye, and you've got the X button to make you jump, and that's basically it. There are no special abilities, no super moves that you've got to remember or internalize. Just kind of going from point A to point B. It's a relatively simple platformer. Now, as they tell us at the very beginning of the level, the goal here is to fill 3 eye sockets. The sub goal is to get 6 eyedropper containers, eyedropper bottles, I guess, and then you'll get a surprise. I unfortunately was not able to get all 6 eyedropper bottles because of something that we're going to discuss later. But as for that primary goal, now, so you find these heads. They're really quite interesting, very large heads littering the landscape, and they've got open eye sockets. You jump in the eye socket, you actually see that eye grow up around you, which I thought was actually really neat. I thought that was a nice little touch, a nice little detail there. There is, however, there's one head that I interacted with that, even though I jumped in the eye socket, it doesn't actually grow an eye. It just kind of takes you through like a slope, like a slide, to get back to the basic area that you're in. And I thought that was a little bit weird because it is in appearance the same as the other heads. It should have the same function as the other heads, and yet it does not. So that was a little bit strange. Another thing that I felt was strange, and I did kind of pull the level down just a little bit, was it was very hard for me to tell what was going to be dangerous and what wasn't. We saw a few times in the video where it looked as though I was just basically on a wall with nothing underneath me, but I wasn't falling off that wall. But from the initial blush, when you're thinking of how kind of physics works, if you don't have anything underneath you, there's an open void beneath you, then you should fall off that void. So, there may be places in the level that you can get to, or you're expected to get to, that a player would not think to try because it looks as though it's going to be fatally hazardous. As well with the in the kind of the under section where you've got the 2 heads and they've got mouths full of teeth, which is really kind of disturbing. And there's the one that the teeth sink into the mouth and it opens up a pit and there's fire down there. And I was trying to keep myself out of the fire because I assumed that fire would be a hazard, but it wasn't. So I found it difficult in that sense to know how I was expected to interact with the level. What was going to kill me, what wasn't. The one thing that I did find that would kill you if you drop off the level itself, that there is an invisible hazard down there that will send you back to the top again. So it is possible to get yourself killed in the level. It's just relatively difficult. But one thing about that, so in the second time that I played through and I was looking for all the eyedroppers, and I'd gotten the 3 eye sockets, so it unlocked the door that was going to end the level, and I accidentally fell out of that balloon. And the balloon, by the way, I found in the first video that we played, that you watched with me, that the shaking in the balloon, I don't know if that was just because I was not centered well in the balloon and it was screwing up the camera somehow, but I did find that to be slightly nauseating. But anyway, so I fell out of that balloon, and it respawned me right behind the door to exit the level. So even though I hadn't intended to actually leave the level, I wanted to search for the remaining eyedroppers, but because of where I was placed, it was impossible for me to get around the door, and I just ended up, ending the level. And it doesn't save any progress because the level is relatively small, and I think that works to its favor, to be perfectly honest. That it's only going to take about maybe 4 or 5 minutes max, even if you're really, really searching along there. Now, one thing that I liked, I thought it was a really nice bit of incidental environmental work. When you're in the cloud sections, when you ride up on that balloon, but there are other ways to get to those clouds. There's, for example, a number of bounce pads there that are a little bit weird. I would say they're non-diegetic, but frankly, the entire level is kind of non-diegetic, so that's fine. That the music, actually, the volume drops way, 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 way down. I think it might actually cut out completely, but my memory's kind of garbage. But all you have up in that section is kind of a wind sound effect, and I thought that worked really well because it was really appropriate for that bit of the environment. So that was really, really cool. Chromatic Oxide, to take the extra time to do that and to set it up that way, I thought it was a nice touch. But the level itself, as I said, it's relatively short, which is good, but it is a little bit confusing as to the gameplay and how you're expected to interact with or not interact with the level to keep yourself from getting killed. As something just to kind of play around with, if you've got a big set list of levels that you want to give a look at, I definitely do recommend this one. I think it is fun. It could use, I would say it could use a fair bit more polish, take some of those rough edges off of it, but I liked it. Chromatic Oxide, I do think you did a good job. So I was happy that I kind of stumbled across this on the dreams.me webpage, because I was frantically searching for levels that we could do for this week, because I've got some time off that I can record this weekend, but God, we are so busy, we're so far behind. Yeah. Basically, yeah. And I think that pretty much handles it for us here this go about. So from me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.